Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I think where I left off the other day, we were uh, preparing for the storm, and I did some baling that afternoon, and maybe a little bit more baling. I think going into the next day or so. Um, but then we've been pretty well sitting idle. If you could see, I mean, we've had close to 3 inches of rain, I think, in the last 2 weeks, week or 10 days, something in there. But so yeah, we've been sitting pretty idle. We've been working on this baler. This is my 2017 baler. Broke the center shaft on the pickup head, and actually I think I got that over here. Also, we've had some tire. This is from the other baler. We put a brand new tire on there. Yeah, there we go. So we broke that shaft off of there, and well, it was a lot of work. Everything had to come off. All the bands. There's 4 pickup tine shafts or bars that go through there, which made changing pickup teeth the easiest it's ever been. But yeah, all that had to come off. We had to take the sprockets off the ends, which I have this one on backwards, I realized. This cast, that's the cam that it follows. We also replaced these rollers there. I decided it was a good idea, as long as we had everything apart, to just go ahead and replace them. But yeah, that's been a project. We just got all the tine bars on yesterday, and started putting some bands on, just getting the top screw because I gotta raise the head up. But yeah, we've been playing with that. But yeah, been kind of sitting around for the last at least 10 days. But we've been, I haven't baled anything, but that's okay. That's okay too, because now we're getting ready. I think soon as the weather cooperates, we'll be seeing some second cutting. We have a marsh that we are okayed to do. I would say it's more of a dry marsh, but we're okayed to do it. But I don't know, with all the rain, how that's gonna work out. But when we were going to look at that marsh, we decided we were going to drive our Kubota side UTV over there, and well, we've been having some issues with the coolant kind of disappearing, and slightly worried that maybe the head gasket was going, that it was leaking into the engine, because it did smoke when you started it. It kind of it acted strangely, I guess, and then once it burned that out, it kind of cleared itself out. So we decided we were going to take this out in that marsh and look it over, and well, we made it in there. We didn't make it out. Well, we did. Eventually, we got it started again and made it out, and it overheated it pretty bad. Come to find out, the head gasket was out. Possibly the head on the motor was cracked, which Um, if anybody knows anything about motors and all that, the head gasket and head, all of that, not extremely expensive. They told me $1,000 for the head, and the gasket would be probably $100 maybe. I don't know. But the process of getting to that point is what makes it really expensive. So expensive that kind of just decided that it wasn't in my best interest to do so. Um, had them kind of just throw it together, cover up the cylinder. I had them throw the head back on just to keep it keep that area clean. Everything else I had them throw in a box. Sold it to a relative of mine. He married into the family, but I guess he and his friend like to screw around with that kind of stuff. So I sold that to them. So I no longer have the Kubota. Today's project, we picked this bad boy up. Now, in our area, in our county and the surrounding counties, I believe, they have opened up the ATV trails on the roads. Like basically every town road is free game, and we decided kind of put the good with the bad, and decided if we had to look for another machine, we'd maybe spend a little bit more money and find a better machine. Well, this wasn't exactly what we were looking for. We were headed up. We were going to buy a Polaris Ranger 500, a smaller one. Now, after really talking this over, we decided we didn't need a very big machine. I need something to haul water, for my fencing. I can haul my fencing stuff around, so we can put fence up and all that. Tools for building or fixing the air compressor. We really don't need a very big machine. It is nice to be able to hook on a wagon and pull it around, but you know, for how many more grand do you want to spend just to pull a wagon around? It's a very bad year to buy anything new. We had a kind of a Polaris picked out. They told us to be probably August, probably later. So we we'll just kind of keep looking. And actually on our way there, we saw this one on the side of the road it's kind of a used car ATV. They sell all boats, campers, all sorts of stuff. Saw this guy and said, "Hey, maybe we got to at least stop and look at it." Turns out the thing has 30. It had probably put a couple miles on it already. It had 37 miles. It's a 2020 model, and it was right in our price range, right what we were expecting to spend. Now this is a kind of an off-brand, I'd call it. It's a high sun. I've never really heard of it. I guess there are dealers not terribly far away. That's the number one concern is parts. Hopefully with 37 miles on, this thing will go for a long time before I need any sort of parts, other than filters and whatever else. But this is a 700, so this is even bigger than what we were planning on buying. We have lights, all the safety lights and all that, turn signals, hazards, headlights. It has mirrors, which I love. Don't have to turn around all the time and look. Just got your high, low, reverse, neutral. But you got all we have a winch on the front, and it works. Um, I'm excited about that. I don't know. I said it's one of those things that you probably don't realize that you're gonna like. Um, but yeah, turn signals, lights, hazard lights, horn. It has a horn. Well, I guess my other one had a horn, but this one works. It's got the doors, which I don't know. I'm not crazy about, but I'll probably keep them on there just because. So yeah, we saw this, and we got to at least stop and ask about it, right? Figured it had a couple thousand miles on it. It was probably worn out, ready to, well, probably ready for us to buy because that's what we usually buy. But um, it had 37 miles on it. It was a demo unit, apparently. I don't know. I'm really unsure of how they got their hands on it. If it got thrown on an auction of some sort, because they're kind of a used car dealer, and but yeah, we kind of took the bad with the good. It is a gasoline, which I expressed with my other one that I love the diesel. You can just pull up to the fuel tank. We don't carry. We used to. We don't carry gasoline on the farm anymore, other than the 5-gallon container for the lawnmower. But with the roads being open, I could just drive it to town. I could take one night when I'm bored or something, the gas tank's getting low, we'll just drive it right into town, fill it right up. Um, Kind of excited to do that, and uh, one of my friends is having a party or something. We can take this instead. It's just down the road. We already took it around the block, kind of did a little bit of crop check, and yeah, it goes much faster than my other one. I think we had it up to about 50. Not recommended. These um, we just kind of got it up there just to see what it would do, and then we slowed down to 35 or 40. I think the speed limit actually is 35, so but that's fast enough for one of these things. But yeah, really, really excited about it. Really excited to. I guess I'm calling it my engagement present to myself. That's right. I am engaged now. Me and Jensen are finally engaged. Um, no plans as far as a wedding yet, but this is step 2, I guess. I said step 1 is buying the ring. We got that done. So step 2. But yeah, so that happened this past weekend, and now I bought this today. So lots of good stuff happening around here. Now, if the weather could just dry up a little bit, we'd be in really good shape, and I think it's supposed to. So second cutting. Before too long, we'll be getting into some DNR. Not sure how much we got. I got three properties for sure. I need to get a hold of him. I think he kind of always gives us whatever's left, kind of thing. If guys don't want it, we're basically open to do anything. But that'll be coming up the middle of July. The wheat's coming really fast. I think that'll be coming probably about the same time. So we'll be getting into straw, and second crop I think is going to start as soon as it dries out. We're kind of going to hold off on ours, I think, but I do know of one person that's ready to go with his second. Pea vines, maybe. I don't know of any. I have put some offers out to buy some. to at least one guy. I don't know what uh, what he's thinking. I put an offer out to buy his straw as well, and I basically offered him whatever. I'll take anything that I can bale at this point. Um, but anyways, that's what I wanted to show you guys, my new toy, which it is all for fun and stuff, but it will get put to work. I was already looking how to put my sprayer on the back. I'm gonna have to reconfigure. I had a pretty good system going with my other one. Um, might have to buy a little battery to run that. Actually, there's some wires in the glove compartment here that I was wondering about. I was wondering if this is a 12 volt system. I guess we'll find out. Maybe I'll play around with it. But yeah, we got to get the sprayer on here. I got to get some pastures fertilized. Couple weeks off to move the cows up front. I was just looking at that stuff. It's coming slowly. We need some heat, and that stuff's really gonna grow. But I'm started feeding hay out back to try and prolong the pastures back there. And once I can move them up there, we'll let these grow. But we need to get some fertilizer down out there. Try and get that grass growing as fast as we can. And we'll be hauling water pails tomorrow and getting our feeding done, and at the end of the day I can go for a cruise. So, but yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll try and get back to you guys. We get some more work done. Also got the bins. The grain bins are marked out. We're working on that. We're getting ready to start digging. Get the foundations poured. And then that's supposed to be coming up here September 1st, they said, for delivery. But we can start working on everything else prior to that. So, yeah, we'll keep you updated on everything. And stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And ring the notification bell so you get notified when I do post. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.